4-Hers, this is Liz Taylor, the Grady County Extension Educator, and today I've got a great project for you. It's called the Tamgram. Tamgram is actually Chinese, and it stands for 7 boards of skill. And it's really a 7-piece puzzle that you can not only put back together to make a puzzle, but you can also rearrange the pieces to make something different, to make other images. You have everything that you need to make this at home, I'm sure. I'm using an old cereal box. You'll need a pencil, a ruler, a marker, and a pair of scissors. First, you're going to start off with a 6 by 6 inch square cut from the part of your cereal box. I use the logo so you can see it a little bit later. You can also use a 2 by 2 inch square of paper or an 8 by 8 inch square. Whatever you use, it has to be divisible by 4 equally. So there's your math for today. Once you've got your 6 by 6 inch piece of cardboard or paper or cardstock or whatever, you need to make a grid, a 4 by 4 inch grid on the back. And I've already made my vertical line, so now I'm going to make my horizontal line. With a 6 by 6, that means inch piece of paper, making a 4 by 4 grid. That means each is going to be an inch and a half. Each square will be an inch and a half. So I'm making those marks, and then I will draw the grid. So I'm going to line up my marks here and draw my line. Line up my marks here and draw a line. This is a great way to learn how to measure accurately. It also helps you do fractions. It's a great math lesson and geometry lesson. So as you can see, I have 16 squares, and I'm going to number them right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, and 16. And once they're all labeled, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. The first line that we're going to make is we're going to draw diagonally from the upper left to the lower right. So that will be the upper of box 1 to the lower of box, lower left of box 16. I'm going to do this with a magic marker so that you can, with a marker so you can see it a little bit better. And there's our first line. I'm going to go from the top of box 3 to upper left of box 3 to the lower right of box 8. And as you can see, that's going to go right through the intersection where 3, 4, 7, and 8 meet. So there's your second line. You're going to go from the corner, that bottom left-hand corner of 4 to the bottom left-hand corner of 13. I'm going to go from the lower corner of 8 through the middle of 12 to the intersection of 12 and 16. And you can see this makes, that one will make a square. We're going to go from the intersection of 1 and 2 to the intersection of 3 and 4, and we are just going to draw right along that line. So when you look at this, we have a large triangle here, a large triangle there, a medium triangle up at the top, two small triangles, a square, and a parallelogram. Once you have it marked with your magic marker and you can see your lines clearly, get ready to use your scissors and cut it out. Once your Tamgram is cut out, you can turn it over, turn all your pieces so that they're all on the same side. And I'm using the front of my box. So for younger children, this can be used as a basic puzzle. And you'll just match up. Let's see how well I can do a basic children's puzzle. If you're working in the babysitting program, this could be a great activity for you to have for your the kids that you babysit, or something that you could put in a babysitting suitcase. And there you go. That's how it would go together. Then you can see what the real challenge is by making other shapes with the 7 pieces of your Tamgram. Take a look at these. Now that you've seen some of the things that you can make with your Tamgram, here's your challenge. Get your whole family together and see who can put it back together in a square the fastest. Or time everybody and give them 2 minutes and see what shapes that they can make. Make sure that you put your pictures in the comments.